guys read the title of it. My glory shall I not give to another. And it's been driving me crazy for the last 2 months since the Most High been putting this plague out. I mean, of course, were there many plagues like the regular flu and stuff like that, but this is more dangerous. So what I mean by that is that even brothers in the truth is not giving glory to the Most High. That the Most High, if you just look around when you go outside, man, you can't tell me this is not the work of the Most High. Because some brothers in the truth say, oh man, it's in a lab. First they'll say the Most High, then they'll jump to say it's Esau, the so-called white man. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would y'all take the glory away from the Most High? Y'all read the scriptures, it'll tell you the Most High is going to bring the plague upon the earth. So how you going to jump right back and give it to Esau? You know what I mean? So this is what it is about today. Because, I see everybody say, they talk about the G5 is this and that. No, man. Y'all have to look and see what's going on in the earth. The Most High is shutting everything down, man. And the things that some brothers that be saying that's in the truth, that, why would Esau shut down his money that he's making? Football, basketball, his concert, everything. You know what I mean? So we giving the glory to another nation. So I'm just going through the scriptures to show that this is the Most High's doing. We have to understand that, and what ends up happening is that because we're in the truth, we start deviate from the scriptures, what the Most High is doing. So what I mean by that, what I just said, where you be in the scriptures, then all of a sudden we start talking about G5. It's like, the Most High not worried about no G5. When he say he's going to put plague, he's going to put plagues on the earth. You know what I mean? So we got to give glory to the Most High. He's doing this. Ain't no man can do this, shut this down like this, man. The Most High is doing this. Just like when he was in Egypt. When he shut down Egypt, man. He shut it down. Just with bugs, just basic stuff, man. The Most High shut Egypt down. You know what I mean? So we have to give the glory to the Most High. And like I said, the Most High is a jealous God. And we have to know, us being who we are, Israelites, man, we got to give glory to the Most High. So I just want to put that in focus in everybody's mind, that we got to give glory to the Most High. Everything that he does, good or bad. And right now, the Most High got the plague on the earth right now. I ain't giving to Esau no kind of credit, or thinking to give him some kind of credit in that sense. You know what I mean? So let's go to Revelation 1 and 3. Revelation 1 and 3. I just, when I bring the scriptures, I just want everybody to just think for a minute. Let's just think about when you step outside, man. Just think about it. You sit there and just be like, man, we got to put a mask over our face, man. We walk around because we can catch this. This is just simple. Somebody just cough on you. He cough on you, you'll die. Or hopefully, the Most High make you go through it and, you make it. But that you don't know if you're going to make it or not if you catch it. And like I said, this is serious, man. Even Esau, is serious. He's losing money, man. The Most High shut everything down, man. Ain't nobody can watch no sport. You know what I mean? Nobody can get their hair done. The women can't get their nails done. You're gonna see the real beauty of the women now. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the real beauty of the women now. And the men. Ain't no man done this, man. The Most High did to shut everything down. So let's go to Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Okay? We see the prophecies coming forth. Like I said, the plague that the Most High, this is just one thing. Most High going to bring all sorts of other stuff after this. This is nothing compared to what the Most High is doing. I'll read it again. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." So what's written in this book? The dietary law. So now, you see the dietary laws, and the dietary law, what, don't eat shrimp, crabs, pork, but none of our people don't know that. That's not in the truth. They don't understand it. They don't know it. But we know it, and we understand that those things that we do eat will destroy our body. So those are the things that's written in the scripture. So we know once you come to the truth, okay, man, we can't eat pork no more. We can't, what? Because it destroys our body as a people. People caught up in here are dying. Just like today. They listened to Esau. Esau said, okay, Dad, you can open up now. Because all they're worrying about is money. So what are people going to do? I'm not saying all of them are going to do it, but most of them have beauty salons, barbershops. A lot of them going to open up and go. I haven't a haircut in like 2 months. You know what I mean? I'm doing the best that I can, but it is what it is. You know, you can take that chance if you want. I don't know about you brothers and sisters. I know everybody want to get their hair done, their toenails and all that stuff done, but hey, if Esau said today, open up, how many people and brothers and sisters on this line want to go and get their hair cut and get their nails done right now? I ain't going because I fear the Most High. You know, as bad as I want to get a haircut, but I'm like, nope, I ain't doing it because I fear the Most High. So let's go to Habakkuk 2 and 2. Okay, this is Habakkuk 2 and 2. "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth." And that's a lot of brothers. Once they come to the truth, that's what they do now. They want to know. And that's what the Most High did to our people. So when we wake up, that's what we're going to do. Run to know what's going on in the truth of who we are as a people. What to do and not to do. The third verse. "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. At the end, it shall speak." And it's speaking now. So if I'm reading the scripture, and it says the Most High said he could put a plague upon the world, so why would I give glory to Esau, our enemy, to him? No, the Most High said he's going to do it. He's going to send the plague. You know? I'll read third verse again. "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, will not tarry." Okay? So this is what we have to understand, man. Like I said, man, I fear the Most High. You know? And like I said, you see the people, I'm sure everybody watches the news, they see it with their own eyes. They see that Jake is dying, and they see Esau is dying.
Latresa Rice's husband, Albert, moved to Detroit from South Carolina to start a new life with her. The two were married in October, and a couple of weeks ago, what started as a cough and then a fever landed him on a ventilator.
He didn't make it. He was only 39.
And a newlywed. Albert Barber went to get a haircut just days before Michigan's stay-at-home order was put in place. It's something his wife, Latresa, was worried about.
I asked him not to go because I said on Monday they're going to do a shutdown.
Latresa had traveled to California for a work trip earlier in March. She doesn't believe she was exposed during that time. Soon after Albert's haircut, she says he developed a cough and then a fever and then had trouble breathing. So she and her husband self-quarantined. Within days, though, Albert's symptoms were bad enough that he was admitted to Sinai Grace and eventually moved to Pontiac General.
They were treating him as if he had it before they got the results. They told me it would take 10 days to get the results back because Michigan was so backed up.
April 2nd, the day Albert died, Latresa received those results. He'd tested positive for COVID-19.
And Detroit's faith-based community continues to be impacted by the governor's stay-at-home orders. And in the meantime, members are coping with separation.
One denomination says at least 10 church leaders have died due to COVID-19. Tonight, they are sharing memories with 7 Action News reporter Rudy Harper.
Well, hearts are open, but the church doors are closed this Lenten season. Members forced to worship virtually as parishioners both celebrate and mourn.
I thank God I serve one of the greatest churches in the world.
Bishop Vedius Gaines led the congregation at Greater Metropolitan Church in Detroit. The 72-year-old husband and father died from the coronavirus.
A man of hospitality, a great servant. He would feed the hungry at his church.
Bishop J. Drew Sheard, a leader over the Church of God in Christ Ministries, says Bishop Gaines and at least 10 other church leaders have lost their lives due to COVID-19. He says a number could be as high as 15 in Michigan's community of faith leaders.
A retired Michigan State Police sergeant and his wife died just days apart. J.J. Smith and his wife Gloria passed away a few days ago after battling the coronavirus. Priya Mann joins us live now in Detroit. And Priya, I know you spoke with their kids a little while ago.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. Sergeant Smith's daughter lives in Grand Rapids. His son lives in California. They traveled to Oak Park a few weeks ago when their dad fell ill. Initially, they thought it was because of his diabetes. Well, in the span of a few weeks, their world has been forever changed.
It's like the worst 2 weeks of our lives at this point.
A brother and sister lost their dad and stepmom within days of one another. The couple died of COVID-19.
The world lost some of the most loving people you ever want to meet.
In mid-March, J.J. Smith was admitted to the hospital. He'd suffered from diabetes for years. When his condition worsened, he was admitted to the ICU. A week later, his wife, Gloria, started feeling ill.
The weakness, she can't hold anything, she can't swallow, just the same symptoms that my dad had before we admitted him into the hospital.
Gloria was eventually placed on a ventilator. The couple both tested positive for coronavirus. Within 6 days of being admitted, Gloria died.
They gowned me up. By the time I got to her room, she had already passed. They gave me 5 minutes in the room with my father.
J.J. Smith was still in the ICU. At first, he seemed to be improving, but a week after Gloria died, he passed away.
As people try to get back to normal, do not lose sight of what people on the front lines are dealing with right now. Sunday, New York ER doctor Lorna Breen, who treated patients in the hardest hit parts of the country and then got the coronavirus herself, got well from it, went back to taking care of folks, took her own life. And it broke my heart. And her dad said, listen, you know, she was out there fighting, trying to get people well and seeing people, you know, die before they got out of ambulances. And this is where it got her to. So when people are suggesting that people who want to protest get dressed up as doctors and stuff, don't do that. Don't encourage that, because these doctors are out here and they are leaving their families to come help people. They are coming from all over the place, and they are losing faith and hope in people because we keep trying to rush stuff like we don't care about them. So our hearts go out to her family, and if you think you're on the edge, if you think you need help, please call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. I can't say this enough.
Some people might not believe it. Hey, you don't have to believe it, but you know, you go out there carefully, it's going to happen. You know, so let's go to Job 38:3. 38:3. I'll wait a second till everybody gets it. Job 38:3. It says, "Gird up now thy loins like a man." And that's what we're supposed to be doing. The women too. "For I will demand of thee, and answer thou me." So we got to answer to the Most High. That's what the Most High is saying. But he said, "Gird up thy loins like a man." Okay. So let's see what he's talking about. The Most High is talking about. Let's go to 1 Peter 1:3. Let's see what the Most High is talking about. He said, gird up thy loins. 1 Peter, everybody get there, 1 and 13. Let's see what the Most High is talking about. First Peter's 1 and 13. It says, therefore, gird up thy loins of your mind. Meaning, that's what he's talking about, your mind. That's what we got to do. Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahawaah. So that's what we got to do. We got to gird up our mind. Be ready. Because when Yahawaah comes, you not worry about no G5 or other stuff that Esau got up out here, because all that's going to be washed away. We got to get our minds ready, because we see the thing. The Most High is showing us on TV. Click on your TV, you see all the death, man. All the death. And the crazy thing about it, people are still doing stupid stuff, still robbing, still killing each other that you see on TV. You be like, what the heck?
A man robs several businesses, steals a car, leads police on a chase, and now he's dead.
It started early this morning when police spotted a car near the Stratosphere. Within seconds, it developed into a high-speed chase on surface streets, then onto the 215.
He went by me like I was standing still. I mean, the wave of the air going by my car shook my car.
When the man finally stopped, police shot and killed him just feet away from several other drivers. Police say he was armed and wanted for more than a dozen armed robberies in Las Vegas and Henderson.
I was talking to Shemama this morning. Some guy broke into Disneyland. Why would you break into Disneyland for? What could you possibly do inside Disneyland? Break inside Disneyland? Just stupid stuff, you know? So let's go to Romans 12 and 2. Romans 12 and 2. A few seconds, everybody get there. Romans 12 and 2. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. There you go again. That ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect, the will of God. So we know what's acceptable to God. What? Keeping his law. How wish I throughout the scriptures tell you, keep my Father's commandment. So let's go to, we're going to stay in Romans. Let's go to Romans 15 and 4. Reading that all the time, which is Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Because right now, all of us online have hope with the scriptures. But not only that, but with the Most High. Hope of what? Of salvation. Everyone that's online right now, that's what we're asking the Most High for mercy. Now, do we know we're going to be saved? No, we don't know we're going to be saved. But I always tell myself, if the Most High take me out, at least I know I tried. At least I tried. And not only that, but that's to humble ourselves anyway, that a lot of people get pride too within that. Okay? Let's go to Genesis 1 and 1 from the beginning. Go to Genesis 1 and 1. Very beginning. The first word. I'm not giving my glory to any other guy or people. Okay? So, Genesis 1 and 1. In the beginning, the Most High created the heavens and the earth. That's Genesis 1 and 1, right? So he created the heavens and the earth. He's telling you, I created it. So this is why I go back and be like, y'all giving glory to Esau or the other nations. The Most High is telling you, he's at the beginning, I created the heavens and the earth. So let's go to it again. Let's go to Psalms 96 and 4. 96 and 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. You see that? For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. And that's what we're supposed to be doing right now, fearing the Most High. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. He's telling you, I made the heavens. I made the heavens. Okay? That's who you're supposed to fear, the Most High. So let's go to Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Deuteronomy 32. It'll take a few seconds. Because I want to make sure this sinks in everybody's head, because you're going to hear a lot of stuff. Even when you know, I know we watch YouTube and watch certain things, watch certain camps and stuff like that, you know, but you got to be smart and use your common sense a little bit with dealing with brothers in different camps and stuff like that, because they can tear you away from the scriptures, you know. Start talking about Esau built this, Esau got this, but then they go back to the Most High. I'm like, man, I can't be doing that, man. You know? So, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. The Most High does everything that you see on the earth right now. Just like right now, the plague. This plague that the Most High got everything shut down, man. In all the countries of the earth. Okay? Everything shut down. I'm not giving that glory to nobody. So let's go to Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So by me jumping through these scriptures, you can't get around that. You can't get around the Most High. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. The Most High said he does all these things. He creates evil, and he creates darkness, and he makes peace. Now, could the Most High stop this plague that's going on right now? Yeah, he could stop it. We don't know what the outcome is going to be in 6 months, 10 months, but we do know that Esau is trying to come with a cure. Life is not going to be the same. We know that. And even if Esau lifted up, how many, like I said, how many of you going to still go to the barbershop, get a massage? How many people want to do that? It's bad enough people that probably work in grocery stores and, you know, that you see, some of them are getting sick too. And some of them are dying. So you just taking a chance if you do work in those grocery stores. And I just pray, hope the brothers and sisters, the Most High protect them. Hopefully they won't get it. So let's go to, we'll stay here. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and 6. We'll stay in Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and 6. It says, thou should be visited of the Lord of the hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise and with storms and tempests and the flame of devouring fire. So I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but that's what's going on right now in the earth. Okay? They just had, what, like 2-3 tornadoes in the Midwest that the Most High destroyed during this plague that's out, the Most High got right now. Now, I think there's some fires. I can't remember where the fires was at, but yeah, there's fires going on too in the earth that the Most High is going on. All of it's going at the same time. that the Most High got this plague. So if our people can't see that the Most High is doing this, then they blind. Because I remember back in the day, was it 2000? I think it was like 2007, when Brothers in the Truth, some brothers you probably see on YouTube, good speaker, bring out verses and stuff like that. He's reading the scripture. I don't know if you guys ever heard the HARP program. You ever heard of that? I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's called the HARP program.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with the HARP program.
Yeah. So brothers in the scripture breaking down the HARP program and talk about, Esau, it could change the weather.
This facility was built by the Air Force about 20 years ago to study the ionosphere, to do active experiments in the ionosphere. The ionosphere is a layer that surrounds the Earth at about 100 kilometers up to maybe 2,000 kilometers. It's important for a lot of things like satellite communication. Any kind of radio signals that pass through the ionosphere are affected by the ionosphere. Each of these trailers you see around me have transmitters in them. The transmitters feed power from the main building over there up into these dipole antennas. And basically there are 180 antennas radiating high frequency waves up in the ionosphere. It's a big ham radio, a big HF radio, the biggest in the world. Fundamentally what this is about is taking the ionosphere at 100 kilometers up and turning it into a laboratory. We can do experiments. We can create bubbles, we can heat small sections, we can create waves, we can excite plasma resonances and do a lot of experiments. We can transmit signals all around the world. We can study effects of the ionosphere. It basically makes the ionosphere.
But in the scripture it tells you if the man created heaven and earth, how can Esau make the weather change? That doesn't make any sense to me. So when I see destruction like fire, wouldn't you think the fires that we had 2 years ago in California, you would think Esau would have stirred that up and put the fires out if he could? Yeah, he would have. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it doesn't make sense when brothers be in scripture and they giving glory to Esau, the HARP program. I should look at it and be like, these brothers are crazy. Like, what the hell are they talking about? Some HARP program. Esau can control the weather. Brothers are crazy, man. I'll be like, yo, man, you leading the people astray. Not only that, but it leads to them fearing Esau instead of the Most High. And that's what I'm trying to come to our people. We got to fear the Most High. He said he was going to deliver the children of Israel. But at the same time, we are going to be in the midst of this plague. And we just have to pray and hope the Most High have mercy on it while we're going through this. I know some people, if y'all know somebody that probably caught this plague, or they call it coronavirus, I know about 5 people that caught it already. And 2 of them are still in the hospital. So that's why I tell you, this ain't no joke. This is serious, So let's go to Jeremiah.
What was that scripture you just? I missed a little bit of that scripture. Isaiah. What?
Oh, Isaiah 29:6.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Jeremiah 10:11. It says, "Thus shall you say unto them, the gods that have not made the heaven and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and under these heavens. He made the earth by the power, have established the world by his wisdom, and has stretched out the heaven by his discretion." So he's going to destroy their gods, if you want to call it that. So let's go to verse 13. "When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heaven, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightning with rain, and bring forth the wind out of his treasure." So when you go outside, you don't know what direction the wind is coming from. I mean, you might think you know where it's coming from, but you don't know what direction it's coming from or where it's coming from. Okay? So let's go to Proverbs 8:5. He said, O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things. In the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Okay, so the Most High said He's going to speak truth. You know, what is the truth? Just hold that. We're going to go to Psalms 119, 142. That's what the precept of that. Psalms 119. 142. It says, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is thy truth. So the Most High's law is the truth. Okay? So let's go to another precept to that. Let's go to Romans 1 and 26. The whole Proverbs, because we're going to go back to Proverbs 8 and 7. So let's go to Romans 1 and 25. Okay. It says, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator? So that's what I was just talking about. Because it goes right back to that of, yeah, you are the truth, but you serve the creature more than the Creator. It can be twofold. Now, when you go into this, it talks about the image. But at the same time, also, it could talk about, like I said, with Brothers in the Truth, they start bringing about Esau's Harper program. Or they start talking about the microchip. They start talking about all these things that deviate you away from the scripture. To fear who? Esau. You know? No, you got to fear the Most High. Okay? You got to fear the Most High. So let's go back to Proverbs 8 and 7. And I'll read 7 again. It says, for my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than ruby, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of the witty invention. Okay? Just like that Harper program. That's a witty invention, man. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, in the forward mouth do I hate. So the Most High is telling you that. So let's go, because we went over this 2 weeks ago, but let's go over some the Ezra's. We're going to go back to the Apocrypha. Ezra's 15 and 1. So I'll read it and I'll speak on it. So Ezra's 15 and 1. Behold, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Just like we read in Romans 15 and 4. It was written for foretime, it's written for our learning. So let's jump to verse 5. We're still in 2nd Ezra 15, so we're in verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hateful works are fulfilled. So wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth. We know in our lifetime, in the last 50 years or 55 years, however long some brothers been on the earth, we know things have gotten worse on the earth. Even when you watch now, you flick on the TV now, all you see is what? Homosexual commercials now. Man with man, woman with woman. You see all these commercials, but Esau's being slick about it. You know, he'll mix it in with the mother and father, then he'll slip in two gay men and the kid. That's what Most High, they exceedingly polluted the whole earth. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth. You see that it's getting worse, worse and worse. So these are the signs that the Most High is letting you know that it's coming. It's coming. But like I said, we haven't seen nothing yet. I'm going to keep reading. Verse 7. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continue. We all complain. We see the things in the earth, we all complain. We watch stuff on TV, oh man, that dude just kissed that man with man lips. That's like gross, man. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. He's actually talking about us. Okay, what the Most High is going to do. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which is America. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and extract our arm, and smite Egypt with plague as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So the Most High is going to bring the plague, like he's doing now. But like I said, you don't know what the Most High is going to do 10 months from now, what the next plague is going to be. You don't know. So let's jump to verse 20. Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, Lebanese, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Who's them? To us. So the Most High is going to turn all these nations against each other. And you see that now. Not only that, but you see it, them turning against America. And they seeing how America, they see it just now, they see it as not as great as they thought it was. And that gives what? Weakness within a country. And you see that. But the Most High said he was going to do that. I'm going to show you. Let's go to Obadiah. Go to Obadiah. So the Most High said he's gonna make them foolish. Obadiah 1:8. It says, shall not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of Mount of Esau. That's what the Most High is doing. He's destroying the wise men out of Edom. And you see that clearly just by looking at this nutbag that's in the White House. But that's how the Most High is going to make them foolish, man. So let's go back to 2nd Ezra 15. We're going to go to verse 46. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 46 through 49. It says, and thou, Asia, that art partakers, the hope of Babylon. So let's talk about America, which is Babylon. That's who they look up to too, Asia. And art thy glory of her person.
Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions thereof, saith the Most High. I will send plague upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste the house with destruction and death. And that's what he's going to do to these countries. From Asia to America, that's what he's going to do. Okay? He's going to send the plague, widowhood, poverty, famine. Just like right now with that, I think the Tyson meat, they had to shut down 3 plants, man, somewhere in the Midwest that brings a lot of meat to the different states. That's going to hurt a lot of people. So let's go to, we'll stay in the Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16:1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. You see the destruction with the Most High, sending the plagues upon the world. As a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Who's going to turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is it he that may drive them away? May any man drive away any hunger? Then he breaks it down. Of lions in the woods? Or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it has begun to burn? May one turn again an arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord send the plague. Can I read that again? The mighty Lord send the plague. I got to read it again. The mighty Lord sends the plague. Okay? People have to understand. I'm reading it again. The mighty Lord Yahawah sends the plague. And who is he that can drive them away? Okay? A fire shall go forth from the wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightning, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder in his presence? The earth quaketh in the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth upon the waves from the deep, in the waves of trouble, and the fishes thereof also thereof, the Most High, and before the glory of the power. Okay? So I just had to say that about 5 times, that the Most High, the mighty Lord, Yahawah, sends the plague. I just want to get that straight on that verse. Okay? So the Most High sends the plague. Okay? So let's go to 1 Corinthians 1:27. We're going to read verse 27 and verse 28. But Yahawah have chosen the foolish things of this world to be confounded, to confound the wise. Just think about it. Just a simple cough, it can get you the sickness. Just a particle. That's unheard of. Okay? It says, and Yahawah have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And that's what you're going to see at night. Because right now, we the weak thing because we don't know who we are. We don't have no language. We don't know where we came from. Our people on drugs. They're killing each other. They in jail. The women got 8, 9, 10 kids. They gonna see who we are as a people when the Most High raises up as a people. Okay, and that's the beauty about the Most High, that He brings just like He did Esau. Even when we was in our rulership, when we was ruling during that time, we didn't think that the Most High that we was gonna ever come down, because we got kind of cocky too, even when we was in rulership. But the Most High showed you that He's gonna bring those people up, a base people that was gonna rule the earth. We didn't think that the Most High could do that, but He did. He put Esau right over it. Go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus 34 and 14. Exodus 34 and 14. Exodus 34, 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord is a jealous power. So when you're in the scripture and you talking about the plague, then you jump to Esau, but Esau made it in a lab. And that's how everything got controlled everywhere. But wait a minute, but if you read scriptures, throughout the scriptures, it says the Most High bring the plague. He created the heavens and the earth. How are you going to jump to Esau? You say that he invented it. You're taking the glory away from the Most High. Most High is showing you that he created the heavens and the earth. I make the plague. I kill. I destroy. You can't take the glory away. Like, man, do y'all know there's a plague out there, dude? Let's go to Amos 8:11. I'm going to show you. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Power Yahawah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Most High. So that's what's going on right now. By us not going out there teaching, you can't teach our people, because everybody don't have most of our people don't have no laptop or no computer. They barely got a phone. So, and that's what we have to look at it right now. That's us teaching in this truth. The Most High is setting up this word right now. Now, granted, yeah, you can go online and do the classes and stuff like that. But for most of our people that don't have those things, that's out there in the street, now the word is being shut up now. Because we no longer out there now. Because the Most High got this plague. But all those people are going to remember in that day, that wherever we were teaching and out there, we're like, man, I remember those brothers out there teaching. They was out there speaking. So, but like then again, some of them not even going to care. They just living for the day. So let's go to Isaiah 42 and 8. I am the Lord, that is my name. And my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. And that's the topic that I came up with. Well, I ain't come up with the Most High came up with, but that's the topic that I came up with in that situation. I'll read it again. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. And that's what we have to understand. I ain't giving the glory to Esau. Ain't no man shut the world down like this. The Most High shut this down. Okay? Let's go to Sirach 1 and 30. In the Apocrypha. Sirach 1 and 30. It says, exalt not thyself, lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so Yahawah, the power, discover thy secret, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to fear, of the Most High, but thy heart is full of deceit. Once you walk out that door, if some brothers and sisters are still working, I'm still working. I'm not taking anything lightly because I know what the Most High is doing. I just pray, hope that I don't catch it. None of y'all brothers, basically none of our people don't catch it. But I know that a lot of our people won't catch it because they're not keeping His law. And not only that, but they haven't been following the dietary laws of the Most High. So, yeah, I fear the Most High. So I'm going to go back to one more scripture. It says Jeremiah 10. Go back to Jeremiah 10 again. We're going to go to 14. It says, every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every confounder is confounded by the graven images, but his molten images is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity and the works of error. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like him, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the right of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Let me read that again. For the portion of Jacob is not like him. Who is Jacob's portion? The Most High, Yahawah. And he explains it in the last verse. He said, for he is the former of all things. He's telling you. For he is the former of all things, meaning he created, like we just went, Genesis 1:1. He created the heavens and the earth. He is the former of all things. And who? Israel is the right of his inheritance. So we are the Most High's inheritance. Okay? So how we know that the Most High's inheritance? Let's go to Jeremiah 51:19. Jeremiah 51:19. We're going to show how we know that we're the Most High's inheritance. Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. So we're the Most High's battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nation. So with us, when we get ourselves in order, get our minds right, get our families right, our children right, the Most High is going to use this as his battle axe to what? To bring forth his law, his statute commandments throughout the whole earth. Okay? But we got to get ourselves right. Okay? Before we even get there, start going out through the earth. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, but with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. The Most High, no respect, he's going to break men and women. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. Most I don't care if you old or young. He's going to break you in pieces. Those that are our people that don't want to get right. And the nation. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. So everybody's going to get in the order that day when the Most High sends his son back, Yahawah. Okay? So, with that, that's all I had to say. But anybody have any questions?
This is the word of the Lord of hosts. I took you from the pastures and from following the sheep to be prince over my people Israel. I have been with you wherever you have gone and have destroyed all the enemies in your path. I will make you a great name among the great ones of the earth. I will assign a place for my people in Israel. There I will plant them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
I just wanted to add one thing, just a different take on it. When you went over Jeremiah, not Jeremiah, it was First Corinthians chapter 1. When you went over that.
27 and 28.
Come.
Oh,
I
okay.
just wanted to add, because I think you're right on point. I just wanted to add this to that. Let's see, where is that? First Corinthians 1, 28 and 29. First Corinthians 1.
Yeah, it was First Corinthians.
Yeah, I've been wrong. There we go. 27, 28. All right, yeah, here we go. When you hit that part about the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And when you was reading that, when you was going over it, it just, wow, I never looked at it that way. And then, I would agree with you on the first part about the chosen the foolish things of the world to confound. So you were saying, like, this is a simple, foolish call. And now that's a whole confounder, right? Just like that. But the other part was, like, and the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that are mighty. Here it is, we got all these big old useless stuff, we got all these weapons, we got all this might, all this strength, and this little teeny little, invisible little virus that cannot be, that's when I say, and choose the weak things, I'm looking as far as in comparison to the mighty. This is something that people even say, even a certain temper can't kill this thing. It can't, and some, so that's very weak. But look what it has done to the mighty. It does shut down government. It does shut down economies, airlines. You know what I'm saying? All those mighty things. That little weak thing of the Most High has shut it down. I just want to add to that. So great lesson you brought out, Ark, and all praises, and I'm thankful to have you as a brother.